Okay, let's start standing up. All right, feet underneath your hips, collarbones wide, let the arms just hang. And we're gonna shrug your shoulders up to your ears as you inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the shoulders down. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, and imagine getting a little taller. Lift through the crown of your head as the shoulders come down. Inhale, up. Exhale down, get taller, belly button to spine, and one more. And let's take some little squats here, folding at the hips and knees. Hands can come to your hips if you like, and then stand back up. Wide sits bones as you bend, and narrow the sits bones, stand. Trying to keep the spine in neutral, folding at your hips and knees. Option to add the arms, perhaps reach your arms forward and up as you sit. Arms float down as you stand. Waking up the shoulder girdle. Equal weight between the toes and heels. Option to lift your heels at the top as you stand, and then lower the heels, fold at the hips and knees. Last two. And we'll lower the heels down, standing tall. Take some big, slow shoulder rolls. Big shoulder circles. And reverse, really exaggerate that movement. And we'll relax the shoulders, find just a little bit of abdominal engagement. And we're gonna do a little sway. You're gonna lean forward and then back, moving from the ankles. Finding the edges of our balance here. And noticing what muscles engage to make you not fall over, to keep you upright. And then we're gonna turn this into a kind of a circle. Like you're in a very gentle tornado, a little whirlpool. Reverse. All right, let's stand with one foot directly in front of the other. Standing heel to toe, equal weight on both feet, collarbones wide, balancing here. Root down through your feet, lift up through the crown of your head, and again, draw your abdominals in and up. Option to turn your head to look around the room as you balance. Switch legs, other foot in front. Standing heel to toe, equal weight on both feet, collarbones wide, and navel to spine. You can keep your eyes focused on one unmoving point, or if you want to challenge your balance, you can slowly turn your head and eyes to look around the room. Let's release that. Let's grab up the weights now. All right, we're gonna start with a bit of biceps, so you're welcome to grab a heavier weight if you like. Feet underneath your hip joints, collarbones wide, and we're gonna take a few bicep curls here. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Again, equal weight on the front and backs of your feet. Draw your abdominal wall in and up. And we're gonna shift our weight to lift one knee up, lower down, and switch. Rooting down through the standing foot, lift your knee up toward your sternum, and keep the sternum lifted. Let's see if we can keep one leg lifted. Continue your bicep curls. Otherwise, you can prop your toes down on the floor. Little squeeze in the shoulder blades. Switch legs. Last two. All right, stand on 2 feet, bend your arms to 90 degrees, and we'll rotate the arms out and in. Option to add a head turn, just to stretch the neck. You're welcome to stand on one leg as you do this, a little extra balance challenge, or you can keep both feet firmly on the floor. If you're on one leg, switch it out. Good. About 6 more with the arms. All right. Bring your arms down. We're going to come back into that squat. So folding at the hips and knees will stay a bit longer now. Reach the arms back behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades, and we'll tricep press. Bend your elbows and press back. Wide sits bones, wide collarbones. Three more. And we'll stand all the way up. All right, you can use some lighter weights if you'd like. We're gonna do some shoulder work, or you can do this without weights. Palms facing forward, let's lift the arms up to the sides, just to shoulder height or lower, and then down with control. Slide your shoulder blades down as you lift the arms up, lower with control. Again, zip up through your abdominals and pelvic floor. 2 more. All right, let's come back into that squat, and we'll scissor the arms. One arm backward, one arm forward. Lower down with control, and then switch. Exhale up, inhale down. Just one each way. And we'll stand up, roll your shoulders back a few times and forward a few times. All right, let's set those weights off to the sides. And then we're gonna step your feet wide parallel. And we'll tip from one leg to the other, keeping your hips stiff so your distance between your feet stays the same the whole time. And let's find your balance on one side. Little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little circles. Stabilize your pelvis. Reverse. And we'll switch sides. Find your balance on the second side. Little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little circles. Stabilize your pelvis. Reverse. And we'll step down. Let's keep the feet wide. Turn the feet out now, and we'll stack the arms. Fold at your hips and knees. Open the knees, sitting as low as you like, and then stand with control. Good. Press in evenly to the toes and heels. So equal weight there. Inhale, fold at the hips, wide sits bones as you bend, and then zip up through the pelvic floor and abdominals. Three more. We'll stand all the way up, keep the legs straight, and we'll twist to the right. Come back through center and twist to your left. Stabilize your pelvis, one more each way. Okay, let's come down to sitting. Actually, let's use the weights right away here. You can use this with light weights or no weights. Sitting anywhere that's comfortable for you. And we're gonna take the weights just above your shoulders. We'll press up when you're ready. And bend. Lifting high up off the sits bones. Lift your rib cage up away from your pelvis, your head up away from your shoulders. It's okay if your shoulders do come up as you lift your arms up. Two more. Let's bend those elbows out to just 90 degrees, and we'll take the arms together in front of you and then open out and back, forward and back. Squeeze your shoulder blades as the arms come behind you. Two more. And we'll release. Set those weights off to the side. Okay, and let's sit with your feet in front of you now. Knees bent, legs together. All right, you can hold on behind the thighs or reach your arms forward. And we're gonna hinge back. Press your feet into the floor, squeeze your knees, and lift up. Inhale, hinge back. Collarbones wide, squeeze your knees. Exhale, lift through the crown of your head. Hinge back and hold. Squeeze your knees together, turn the palms down. Little arm pumps for hundreds. Inhale for 5 arm pumps, and exhale for 5 arm pumps. Collarbones wide, navel to spine. Option to lift one foot off the floor. An option to switch legs. Option to have both feet down or lift both feet up. 2 more breaths here. And we'll set your feet down, open your knees, bring the soles of your feet together, grab onto your shins or ankles, sit up really tall, and keep your back straight as you tilt forward. As if you're going to bring your belly button to your feet. Back up. We're going to do some push-ups behind your back. So hands behind you, legs can be bent or straight. All right. When you're ready, bend your arms and press up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Come halfway down for pulses. Up an inch, down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll come all the way up. Just grab onto your knees for a moment. Roll your shoulders back a couple times and forward a couple times. Relax the shoulders, gently turn your head side to side, rinsing off the neck. All right, hands behind you again. This time fingers pointing to the sides. We'll bend the knees, feet sit bone distance apart, and roll the shoulders back. We're gonna press down through the hands and feet. Lift your pelvis up and lower with control. And again, press down through your hands and feet. Lift your pelvis. Lower gently with control. This time we'll lift and hold. Lift one leg up off the floor. Same thing, lower your pelvis down, tap your butt to the floor, and lift your pelvis up. 3 more, down. Shoulders back, chest up. Just 1 more. Lift up, and we're gonna switch at the top. Switch out your legs. Lower down, and lift up. 2, and just 1 more. Both feet down, lower your pelvis, and let's lie down onto your back. Okay. All right. Hands can be on your belly or arms down by your sides. All right, we're just gonna do a little pelvic rock. You're gonna press your lower back down into the floor, into the mat, and then release. Let the lower back lift a little bit. Again, exhale, imprint, and inhale, release. Exhale, imprint your lower back down into the floor. Inhale, release. Try to use just your abdominals to achieve that movement. this time we're gonna hold that imprint. Maintain your imprint. Bring one leg to tabletop, other leg to tabletop. Step your foot down with control, and then the other foot down with control. Again, one leg up, second leg up. Bring the first leg down, second leg down. Maintain that imprint. First leg up, second leg up. Deepen your abdominals as you lower and lower. Let's reverse, starting with the second leg, then the first leg. Lower the second leg and the first. 2 more. Deepen your abdominals. One more time. Lift one leg, add the other leg, both legs at tabletop, and hold. Let's flex your feet now. Keep that imprint. Palms to the front of your thighs. Push your hands into your thighs. Push your thighs into your hands and deepen your abdominals. Keep pushing and breathing for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Gently sway your knees side to side or take little circles. Let's bring your legs to tabletop. Open your arms out to the sides. All right, inhale, tip your knees over to the right, keeping the left shoulder down. Exhale, use your abdominals to come back to center. Other way, inhale, tip over. Exhale, navel down to bring your knees to the center. Inhale, over. Exhale, center. Squeeze your knees, keep both shoulder blades glued to the floor. One more each side. Press your abdominals down to bring your knees up. And last one. All right, we'll step the feet down. We'll grab some light weights, or you can do this without the weights. Arms straight up for some arm scissors here. Inhale, one arm backward, one arm forward. Exhale, use your abdominals to help lift, and then switch. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, lift. One more each way. Arms up. Let's take some circles of your arms. Stabilize your ribs. Draw your abdominal wall down. Reverse. Arms up. Let's open your arms out to the sides and lift up. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Option to open the knees as you open the arms. Exhale to close them both in. You can do that with the feet down, with the legs at tabletop, or with the legs straight up. 2 more. All right, arms up, weights together. Let's have the feet down to start. We're gonna do some triceps, so you're welcome to grab some heavier weights if you like. Hinge, bending the arms, weights to your forehead, and then press up. Hinging at the elbows and lift. An option to add a march to this, lifting one knee as you lift the arms, step down as you bend. Navel down to bring your knee up. Four more with the arms. All right, feet down, arms up. Let's separate the weights, palms facing forward now. We'll bend the elbows out to the sides and press up. Chest press, bend, and lift. Just 4, 3, 2. All right, set those weights off to the side. All right, let's straighten your right leg down on the floor, flex that foot, and again, find that little imprint. Deepen your abdominals and lift your leg up, straight leg up. Lower with control. Exhale, navel down to lift your right leg up. Inhale, maintain that imprint all the way down. Exhale, lift. 3 more. Last one. Lower down and switch legs. Deepen your abdominals, flex your foot and lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, deepen your abdominals to lift. 3 more. All the way down, we'll bend both knees. Arms down by your sides. Shimmy your shoulder blades flat against the floor, heading into some bridging. Press down through your arms, down through the soles of your feet, and float your pelvis up. Hug your abdominals around your spine. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, press down through your feet, float your pelvis up. Zip up through your core. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, lower down. Last one, lift your pelvis up and we'll hold. Keep your pelvis stable here, deepen your abdominals and float one leg to tabletop. Step down with control and switch. Navel down to lift your leg up. Keep reaching the pubic bone up. One more each leg. And we'll lower your feet, lower your pelvis down. Let's open the arms and just gently sway your knees side to side, rinsing that off. Okay, side lying. Roll onto one side. All right, we'll straighten the top leg out, little bend in the bottom leg. Let's start by flexing this top foot and we'll rotate your leg, external and internal rotation. Stabilize your pelvis. Point your knee up and then down. Twisting that leg within the hip socket. Come back to neutral and we'll do some little circles here. Stabilize your pelvis, reach out through your heel and out through the crown of your head. Reverse. Let's find external rotation. So point your knee and toes up. We're going to do little circles here. Stable pelvis. Reverse. And we'll internally rotate. Aim your toes and knee down. Little circles here. Reverse last time. All right, back to neutral. We're gonna bend your knee, draw your knee in toward your chest. And then we're gonna kick back slightly and up slightly. So kind of a diagonal behind you. And then again, draw your knee in toward your chest. And a little kick back and up. Extend that knee behind you. Fold at your hip and knee. And squeeze your glutes, squeeze your abs as you kick. Slow motion kick. Last one. Okay, let's rest the top leg. We'll place that knee on the floor, straighten out the bottom leg, navel to spine, lift and lower the bottom leg. Exhale up, inhale down. Hold that leg up, little circles. Reverse. And now we'll pulse this leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. Straighten out both legs. And let's take both legs slightly forward, a little diagonal in front of you. Flex the feet. Lift that top leg up, and we're gonna take your top hand behind your head. Just your leg to start. Swing your leg forward, inhale. And swing that leg back, maybe pointing the foot as you go to the back. Inhale, flex to the front. And an option to point as you go to the back. One more with just the leg. We'll add rotation. As your leg comes forward, rotate that top elbow back open to the ceiling. And as your leg comes back, rotate forward and down. Twisting in opposition to your leg. Last one. And we'll rest. Let's draw both knees into your chest. And we'll twist open toward the ceiling. You can take your hand behind your head or you can reach out. Relax your neck, your shoulders and jaw. Allowing gravity to stretch your body. Let's untwist. We'll go to the other side. Okay, second side. All right, slight bend in the bottom leg. We'll extend the top leg out. We'll flex that foot, and now let's start with rotation of your leg, twisting your femur within your hip socket. Let's come back to neutral, little circles of your leg. Oh, sorry, Kay. I think yours froze for a while.
Oh.
We're on the second side. We just started the second side, sorry.
Okay.
Little circles of the top leg. Flex your foot to reach out through that heel and reverse. Okay, let's externally rotate. Aim your knee and toes up, little circles. Try to bring that heel slightly behind you so you're getting that glute engagement, that glute squeeze. Reverse. And now internally rotate, aim your knee and toes down, little circles here. Stable pelvis. Reverse. Okay, back to neutral. We're gonna fold at that hip and knee, draw your knee into your chest, and then slow motion kick up and back. So kind of a diagonal up behind you. Fold at that hip and knee. Exhale, slow motion kick, reach that heel back. Squeezing through the glute and the abdominals as you kick. 3 more. And we'll bend that knee, rest it down on the floor. We'll straighten the bottom leg out, lift and lower the bottom leg, navel to spine. Hold the bottom leg up, little circles. Reverse. Hold it up, pulsing up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. We'll straighten both legs and take your legs at a little forward diagonal. Flex your feet, top hand behind your head, and we'll lift the top leg to hip height. Starting with just your leg, swing your leg forward, inhale. Exhale, take that leg behind you, option to point your foot. 2 more like this, stable through the ribs, shoulders, and pelvis. And we'll add that rotation as your leg comes forward, twist open toward the ceiling. And as your leg comes back, rotate down, chest to the floor. Keep switching at your own pace. Last one. And rest. Let's draw both knees into your chest, fetal position, and we'll twist open to the ceiling, arms and shoulders however you like. Work on relaxing your neck, your shoulders, your back. Three more slow breaths. All right, let's untwist. We'll come face down on the floor or on the mat. All right. Stack your palms, rest your forehead on your hands. And we'll focus a little more on the lower body. Drive your pubic bone down, belly button up to lengthen and protect your lower back. From there, float your legs up. We're gonna do little swimming with the legs, so little flutter kicks of those legs. Try and keep your knees straight so the movement happens from the upper thighs. Stabilize your pelvis. Keep going for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Take a moment of rest. Breathe into your lower back. All right, take your arms back by your sides, hands a little bit away from your body. It's a little bit wider stance in those arms. Float your forehead an inch or 2 up off the floor. Again, drive your pubic bone down, belly button up. Squeeze the shoulder blades down and float your arms up. We're gonna try and keep the feet down. Little circles of your arms. Slow, controlled circles. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Reach out through the crown of your head and press the tops of your feet down. Reverse. We'll windmill the arms. Take one arm forward, one arm backward, and then switch, reaching out to switch, out to switch. And again, pubic bone down, belly button up, lengthen the back and sides of your neck. One more each way. And we'll rest. You can stack your palms, rest your forehead, or come into a child's pose, whatever feels best for your body. let's come to hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's turn your hands out to the sides and actually step your hands a little bit wider than shoulder width. Okay, we're gonna do a scapular movement, a shoulder blade movement. So keep your elbows straight. And we're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together. You'll sink your chest down to do so. Can the shoulder blades touch? And now lift your torso up, widen the shoulder blades across your back. And again, sink the chest down, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then lift the torso, widen the scapula. 3 more on your own. Let's come down to your elbows. And we'll do a little dog at a fire hydrant. Lift your right knee up to the side, lower down with control, and we're gonna alternate legs today. Open up and down. Good, moving slowly. How high can you lift your knee? Rotate your pelvis. One more each side. And we'll lower the knees down, come back up onto your hands, fingers pointing forward, lengthen your spine, and now tuck your toes and hover your knees just an inch up off of the floor. We'll hold and breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your hips way up, find a downward dog-like stretch. An option to pedal the feet. Let's find our way up to standing. All right, feet underneath your hip joints, collarbones wide, and we're gonna shrug your shoulders up, breathe in. Exhale, shoulders down and get taller. 2 more, inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, lower your shoulders, lift through the crown of your head. And 1 more. Pick one leg to stand on. Let's do a single leg balance. Collarbones wide. You can keep your eyes fixed on one point, or you can turn your head and neck to look around the room. And we'll switch legs. Root down through your standing foot, lift through the crown of your head. An option to turn your head. Okay, and we're all done.